Good afternoon, student. This is chapter 8 for Architecture 122. This chapter we will present about presentation forms and everything regard with presentation. I post also for review question for you can after you reading review you can answer the question and after that email me this one value for 10 point. We have 8 questions look like this and after you review you can give me the answer. Email me. Okay, so we start with chapter 8 today for presentation. We have many different ways to do presentation. A lot of people that like to do like on digital and few people like to do on manual. It depends on you, but the way to do is try the best to present for another people about your goal when you design after you finish design, something like that. So presentation is can do from every class in the school. For example, I have 2 class, Architecture 110. I also have presentation for student. And student, each of them need to do presentation for me. Basically, because Architecture 110, we just learn about general in design. So that's why presentation, I not required to do a lot of things, not more detail. Look like the presentation you will do on the final because you are, higher level from architecture and you learn a lot about the design. So that's why my request for the final presentation may be harder if compared with the other class. So now we go with us. A lot of people like to present their presentation by to do the site work first and after that to show more detail later on. So any presentation, remember that you show from the plan for the people follow you. So that's why you need to do very clear about the title, about the dimension and direction. So every presentation you need to do that on architecture. For example, this is one presentation and they do for the site plan with dimension, direction, and the detail one. After that, they go with the detail from the section cut or some more detail about this one. Again, title and direction. This is one elevation, they do smaller scale. So introduction, that means the one you want to do very basic about the project you will do later on. So on there, you know, show some kind like the site plan for the total so the people can see that, or you can show some of elevation on up direction for you have how many direction you would like to share with the people on presentation you need to show on there. Some people they like to do more detail from the structure so they can show a lot of the face on the structure and also they have the model to show the elevation from the project later. This is one of the basic way on presentation. They call that the rapid communication presentation format. On this presentation, you usually use some kind like the rapid. You can use a lot of different kind from the rapid, the shape, or something to organize for presentation. For example, this one, they can show the big for the rapid, and after that, they have the notes in the end. And again, title and the scale is the one we really need is in architecture presentation. You can show like different shape but the organized, so that's why when they look at presentation you not feel boring or you feel focused with that one. Right here they can show you the picture on the right and after that the notes in the left. They can divide us for both sides and the notes in the center. They also can show all of the graphics on the bottom, something like this. So basically if you look at this you can see that's many different way they want to show on presentation. They can share with you about the perspective view or the floor plan with the direction title, or they can show you many different way on different organized. So you look at this, they can focus on the view, the shape from the sides, or all of them with different graphic with the note. This is another example from they call that the read format. On the presentation you see a lot of the read line. They want to share with you exactly on the position from the projects. This is the floor plan For example, they have many levels, so they show you 2 levels, and after that they have the section cut, they have elevation, but you look all of them, they follow the red line. This is very easy for you can check back again for dimension from the projects because they have the red line, and they can name for A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, something like that with horizontal or vertical direction, and you just follow the red line and you can check on the elevation or the section later easier than. This one is the view from the top view and different side, and this one for interior elevation. Again, I remind you many times that on of the drawing and architecture, we focus on the content from the project's design. However, you need to decorate for organize on of the paper or organize on of the park in presentation neatly. So that's why people can follow you easier than. Title is the most important you need to show and the scale, because if not, people cannot check what scale you use for the projects. And many students when study with me, I always review for you how to practice with architecture lettering. And I saw that maybe less than 50% you can do very good lettering. I know because you not practice at home or you not use that for the skill how to do for architecture lettering. So that's why on of the, remember on the lecture when I go around, if I see you do lettering not really good, and I have teach you the technique how you do better on lettering. So try to practice many times. The other one, they call that the non-read format. That means on the presentation, you didn't see any of the read line. They can show you every kind from elevation, outside, inside, frame, section cut, or, on the section elevation outside. But they didn't show you the read line. This one is one kind usually used on the digital or, sketching or coloring, because that's one they don't need to show you the read line. However, with me, when you're drawing everything, I suggest that on the floor plan or elevation section, you need to do for the read line. That's one easy way for the people before you submit for the city. They have easy to process the way how to check your plan, and they can do you correction easier than. This is some of the presentation format. You can see that's many way to show presentation. Some people, they show the size a lot. They show the size plan first with the title and direction with the notes right here. After that, they go with the floor plan, they go with elevation, they go with the section and the view. So many things you can do. However, a lot of people use that's one. They can show some kind like very general floor plan with the note. After that, the view, outside view. They can show the side plan also and the floor plan with elevation. So basically the way they do like this, normal. That means you can see everywhere on presentation. Sorry. Because every time before you start with presentation, some people like to know something very general about the site plan. Where is the projects and around from the project. After that, they go inside. That means the floor plan. How many door, window, rooms, space, special one you use for the floor plan. And after that, you develop for elevation. How high from the building, what different from, in front and in the backyard, something like that. And continue with that, you go to detail by the section, so they know what kind of the structure you use for the building. And finally, the view, which one you think that's important in your projects, and the detail, which one you need to add it on for your projects. That regular for on presentation. This is they call that composites for drawing. This one is they do many different ways. Besides the side plan, they can show you the transition from the building, inside, outside, opening. So basically on this presentation, they can randomly to show you everything they can do on side plan, floor plan, elevation section, composite in the drawing together. So that's why it means that they not focus on what follow for presentation. They can add this one with another one for make sure that you can understand them understand the idea easier. It depends. So that's one way. This is one example for composite drawing. You can see that they draw the floor plan after that elevation, and they go with a lot of floor plan on different way like this, and they use the technique for the color to make sure that it's focused for presentation. Anyway, on of them like this is show on digital, and the digital is look like the line, the curve, and everything so perfect. The reason because it's on the machine, it's on computer, so that's why you didn't see any minor mistake on there. However, the main idea is still the one we need to follow with the presentation. This is another example from that building for composite drawing. So you can see that they can show you the floor plan elevation on the left or the right, and after that they use the technique, the color, to make sure that you can focus on presentation on different way from the view on this side. And this side for elevation section, you see that they show you like the white in the center, the black in both sides with different drawing line. So make sure that you focus on presentation. Again, this one for digital. So I don't think this one is interesting for me because this one just support for my presentation if I have. Same thing with this one. They use a lot of digital technique to do that. So they start to sketch with the presentation, and after that they develop and that's one with very detailed one inside there. And the note with the name from the company or something, something they need you to look, and they share on this one. Bigger, smaller with different size, text, font, and color. This is another one for presentation. You can see that they call that axonometric composite with detail. This one they mix everything about the technique. They can add it on for digital and landscape image, and after that I show you detail one with the box one like this for all of the detail on each corner from the building. A lot of color to use it. For example, this one they give you a lot of detail from each of them, and this is the model they make it. Okay, another one they call that superimposed composite drawing. Composite drawing. And this one, you look at that, it's so complicated. And I think that's so old, so that's why black and white, and it's not really easy to look at it. For example, side plan, floor plan, and after that they develop elevation right here, and this side for this one, and this side for the building right here. So you look at this way, so you have the elevation right here. Look at this way, you have elevation right there. And also they have show you the section cut on there. For this project, so that's why if you look at that, some kind of it's hard to follow the idea from the people want to present for you. Okay, so this one they call that one panel presentation. That means everything they show just one panel. And you look at this, for example, they show this one and they do different from that one, but they have the cross section cut and the cross line to show you material in there. And they show you one face. For example, like this one, it's same panel. So this is very simple to do for presentation. Four panel is more developed from the presentation. For example, they want to share with you about the detail from the building here, and this is the floor plan. They will show you elevation, which one focus on, or they have another building right here and they show you, many face from the building, and they have the notes right here for you. So this one is kind of easy for you follow that. This is example from you can see that's the floor plan right here, and they give you another one on, they call that the floor plan. And both of them for 2 level, you see the stair right here, so they show you both of floor plan, and after that they show you elevation from this one with different corner, 1 to 3 level, and this is the different one face of the house. So they call that the 4-panel printation. Another one, this is the model from 4-panel printation, and this is the one they drawing, and they show you the section cut with the detail from the building. And this is outside face or elevation, exterior elevation. Digital online printation. A lot of the young people like to do everything on digital. The first one, because it's so fast. The second one, you can change, you can erase, you can add the detail very quick. And I think that's the third one is you can select many different technology to do for the coloring. And you know that in any projects, when you do with the coloring, the first one, the people listen to you if focus on that one. So that's the reason if you have presentation, you try the best to use the color very close with the real color. It's make the people follow you very easy. For example, you have the landscape with the green color and the sky with the blue color, and the sunlight coming to the building, the light blue, something like this, and you feel very close with the real one. And if some people have the high tech, they can ask the real technology, the real building around the building they will show you. It's make you focus more for the projects. See, that's digital, but they use the color. It look like the real in the sunset, in the lights right here. So it's make you feel close with the one you will in the future. That means soon in the future. So that's why you follow the presentation better. Same thing. You look at this with the people and the scale from the building with the people and the building. So you guess that's how high from the building, and the material with the color, with the lighting, with the shadow, something like this. It's make you feel that this look like very close with the projects in the future. That's another from digital online presentation. So you see that's the model. So they have like this with the sky, with the step, with the shadow, and some kind with the curve, with the texture outside, with the height from the building and the space for anyone. So you look at this interior, they have the space with the ceiling, the stair up here, elevator, and after that they have the space for the wall with the opening, something like that, and the people with a lot of model around. So now with this one in digital, but you look at this, you can think in the future can be like this, and it can show look like museum for a lot of the picture around in the wall, or some of the big model between the entrance and the lobby one. So everything they show on digital. However, they use the color, they use the shape, they use the shadow to make you feel that in the future the projects will be close with that one. So that's one, the purpose for presentation. Presentation is the one you assume everything like that, and you want to present with other people for they can follow your idea. So that's why presentation, success or not, it belongs to how you organize the item to show in the presentation. And the second one is close with the one it will become. So that's why presentation, when you do presentation and the people follow you from beginning to the end, that means you succeed in there. So again, this chapter review for all of the way you can go to presentation. Of course, you can select which one is interesting with you. However, some people they like to combine. For example, they try to draw by hand manual drafting, and after that they add with digital computer drafting. Or they can do a lot of things for coloring, rendering, and after that they add it on with something they can do best for presentation. Again, this is chapter 8. We have two more chapters, chapter 9 and chapter 10. Chapter 9 and chapter 10, I can review for you soon. However, I just let you know that's the final for this course is one presentation. So that's why in this one you can review for some idea you will do for the final. The final is assignment number 10. So right now it's chapter 8. I will show you homework number 7. After that, homework number 8. Assignment number 8 is easy. Number 9 and number 9 is some many things you need to do, and number 10 is presentation. So basically we have 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 is start with the shadow. I have you how to do for the shadow. And after that, number 8 is just texture. You can select different kind from text for to do assignment number 8. Number 9, view. You need to sketch the view. I will show you later, of course. And number 10 is presentation. I will let you know how you need to do for presentation. Presentation is assignment number 10. So that's why from now we finish number 6. We will start number 7. I will post number 7 for you tonight. And we continue with number 8, number 9, and finally number 10. I hope that you do very good on online education. I try the best to do for both in the Canvas, and I also publish on my personal channel, the Happylife-truelife. I know a lot of people know that, but I still would like you to, if you can email or contact with some of your classmates to ask them to do for online right now, because I think that's few students they waiting for the school open again. So that's why they need check, they need answer, they need to submit the assignment. So if you know some people, please tell them that we start 1 week already. We keep going on online education. We not stop study until from now until to the end of semester. I guess we need to do online until we have some kind like the further notice from the school. If not, continue online. I try to email you a lot, so just follow my instruction and do that. Good luck for all of you. See you next time with chapter 9.